Hello and welcome to Adobe Illustrator for graphic designers. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to create these Air Jordan sneakers. Now, with this knowledge, you should be able to create other kinds of shoes and objects. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to create a new artboard. All right, so any dimension is okay. Then we'll set this as pixels, then click OK. Let's bring in our image. Come here. Hold on the Shift and Alt key to scale it up about this size. Then to pan around, you can hold the space bar. So we're going to create two layers. First one, I'm going to call it outline. And then the second, we're going to call that color. Okay, so this is going to be a template or reference image. All right, so I'm going to double click this. And then I'm going to select template. I'll set it at 40%. Now I'm going to lock this layer because we're not going to work on this yet. So we're going to be creating the outline. So the first thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to use the pencil tool. So you can press N to access the pencil tool, or you can use the pen tool, but I find it easy using the pencil tool. So we can go over it now. So we're going to start from here. Okay, so maybe we can work on this part like so. Then we'll create this other part. So I'm going to select the move tool, click outside, then press N to create the part like so. Okay, so now I'm going to go over it to just fine tune it. So I'll select this, press N, then we'll have to go over this again. Okay, so we are done. So what I'm going to do here is to increase the width. So I'll select the tool stroke, and then we can come over here and increase the width. So this auto stroke, I'm going to make sure the stroke is a bit thicker, but not so much. Let's leave it at 6, I believe. 6 is okay. Yeah, let's leave it at 6. Let's work on this part. I don't like the way it is. So press N. Just mention like so. So this is the foundation. We just have to get it right. Very important. So now I'm going to focus on the shoelace. Okay, so I'll come in here so that I can see it closely. So I'll select, press N for my pencil tool. Let's start with this, but then you can start anywhere. Mind you, you can also use the pencil to do this same thing I'm doing. Let me show you. This is the pencil. So you can just maybe click a point here, and then click one here, and then press C to cancel it out. Okay, then click outside, come back and select the pencil tool, increase the stroke amount, okay, until it is the size of the shoelace. Okay, so now we can click on the stroke, then change the cap head to this. Then you can go to object, let's see, outline stroke. Okay, so now I'm going to swap it this way, and then you can increase the stroke amount, or you can just simply click this. Okay, so you can see what we have, but I think doing it with the pencil tool is much easier, so you can just go ahead. Okay, so here we're going to use the pencil tool, the pen tool rather. I'll just click here. Press C to cancel it out. Then we can head over here, change it this way. We can zoom in to just fine tune it using the direct selection tool. Okay, so maybe this one, select the move tool, come back and select it. Let's use this particular width tool. Okay, so I can maybe increase this part a notch. This part can just scale it down. Okay, so that's all we need to do. So I'll duplicate it. Okay, so let's be sure we are done with the outline before we start creating this thread. Okay, so for the thread, I'll still reduce the size of my stroke. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to press Ctrl C, Ctrl Shift V to place this, and then the duplicates, I'll go up, go to part, and then set part. Okay, so you can see the setting here. Make sure you select round, and there you can see what I have. So I'm going to click on OK, and then for the thread, I'll still reduce the size. I think that is okay. So here, I'm going to delete this excesses. So I'll do it here. Then, oops, this is the one I don't want to delete it. So this one, I think I can just simply delete this. I'll delete this. So you can just move this. And, okay, so I think we have a duplicate. So I'll remove duplicate and move it up. Okay, this is actually two. So I'll delete one of it. Okay, okay, good. Now I think simply select this two. Then make sure you're on the move tool, select it again. And go to stroke, dash line. And then I'll change this to that. Okay. So that's all I need to do. You can take our time and fine-tune the value here, the dash value, and the gap. But I think I'm okay with this. So we can now select this, okay, and press N so that you can start going over the previous thread. Okay, so let's see what we have so far. So good. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to use the, let's have everything selected. I'm going to get rid of some of this part using the shape builder tool. So I'll press down Alt, delete this. All right, so now that we're done with the outline, it's now time we duplicate it, okay, so that we can go ahead and do this color. Okay, so to duplicate this, I'll press Alt and drag. Okay, so now we have our duplicate here. So I'm going to lock this other option here and maybe close it. And then this one, I'm going to remove all these excesses. So I'll select this, I'll come here. Should I try appearance? Yes. So can now delete everything because we don't need that in this face. Okay, so all these other ones here, select one, go to see appearance. Yes, let's delete everything. All right, so this is just what we want. So I'll have everything selected, go to object, and then come up here and then outline stroke. Okay, so if you zoom closely, you'll see that there are parts that you need to merge. So we're going to be using the pathfinder. I'll click so you can see it has been merged. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, so right click and then release compound part. Interesting. Okay, so while everything is still selected, I'm going to use the shape builder tool. Then I'm going to come here, zoom closely, hold on the Alt key, and then click to get rid of all this part. All right, so now we can select everything, and then give it a base color of gray. So we can toggle that on to see what you now have. Okay, so remember it's you can now start adding your colors. So this is our template. We are done with it. So we just unlock it and double click. It's no longer a template. We can now click OK. So we're going to looking at it while we add our color. Okay, so I'm going to lock it once again. I can have this selected, add this color. This part is not supposed to be black. I think I have to manually fix this. I'm going to use the this is separate. Yes, just repeat this color. Okay, so select one of them. Go to select same parents. Yes, so just select a notch. Okay, so you can see these details here. So maybe you can let's try something. Still select this. So for this detail, maybe something smaller than that. For this detail, I'm not sure this ellipse will suffice. I think we're looking at a star. So let me see. Yes, let's add the ellipse. but we're going to increase the size a notch. And then we can go to appearance, come down here, go to distort and transform. Let's try this. You can just keep duplicating it by pressing D. Okay, so I'm going to work on this part. Okay, so now we can just select all these threads. Go up, select the thread, go to seam, appearance. When all the threads are selected, I'm going to change the color. So now we can start adding our shadows. So to do that is very simple. So I'm going to select this and I'll duplicate it twice. Control Shift Control C to copy, Control Shift V to paste, Control Shift V to paste again. So I will drag this one down. Okay, so I'll select this one at the top. I will drag it down. I will scale it off. Okay, so now select this, select the shape builder tool, delete this and this. So this is just what we want. So for this one, I'll change the point and like this. And then you can use the effects, go to blur, Gaussian blur. You can play with the amount like that, so you can see what we now have. Became very interesting. So I'm going to repeat the same thing across. Okay, so I'm now going to the video. So it's actually the same thing. All right, so this is what we have so far so good. So you can add more shadow and highlight, but this is where I'm going to stop because I don't want the video to be too long. Okay, so this is what we have. So you can add shadow and highlight here and here as well. So many places to add shadow and highlight. So now I'm going to walk you through how I created the background. So I'll select this. Okay. So if you want it to be brighter, you can do same. Okay, so that's how the background was created, and this is how you can actually create the edge of the sneakers. So with this, I'll see you guys in the next video.